Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe. So I've been going through and telling you guys all about all of my old books that I've written. I have 20 plus books that I've written and we're going through all of them together. This notebook actually holds 2 full books inside of it. This is how dirty it is, by the way. Disgusting. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like, you can see how used it's been. Even on the back, like I worked on this book all the time. So it's a book series that I wrote. I think it's the only other book series I've written, surprisingly. For the book series, there's been 2 books that were finished and then 1 I started and then I gave up on the series. This is the thickness of the first book. It's 94 pages. I'll go over the second and third ones a different time, so check back soon for those videos. I will start by reading the... Oh wait, is there no author's note? Dude, did I really not write an author's note? So apparently there's no author's note for this book, which is really weird. So do I not know when I started this? I think I wrote it in my ideas notepad. Give me a second. I started the book September 3rd, 2020 on a Thursday at 9:12 p.m. So it's yet another COVID book. When did I finish it? I think I finished it sometime in November of the same year, which is kind of crazy. I will not be reading the entire first chapter because it is really long. Yeah, I will tell you about this book. It is a 7-chapter book focusing on a girl named Reese and her friend Everleigh, and then there's this princess in it named Hermia. I was inspired by Shakespeare. So maybe I don't want to read it because I've read this book so many times and it starts out really boring. I was basically, if you guys have seen The Babysitter's Club on Netflix, this was around the time that had just came out and I was like, oh, I want to write a book about 4 girls or 5 girls who like do something, and I was like, what should I make them do? Eventually I landed on gymnasts, but it was going to be like this huge book series and each book was going to be out of a different girl's point of view, kind of like how the Babysitter's Club book series is. But this one's out of Reese's point of view, and it starts out basically her friend Everleigh says she has a surprise for Reese whenever they meet up at gymnastics, which is their weekly thing. So at gymnastics, Reese is like, oh, she has a surprise, I'm so excited, like, is it a friendship bracelet, like a card, like, what is it? And then it's that Everleigh has made 2 new friends and she invited them to gymnastics, and Reese kind of gets jealous about that, and she's like, oh, okay, you want to hang out with other friends, I guess that's okay. But then they're trying out for their gymnastics class and Reese doesn't make it in, even though she's done it like multiple years in a row, and then Everleigh makes it in, and Everleigh's 2 friends, Sabrina and Brenna, also make it in, so that makes Reese really mad. And then when Reese goes home, she gets home and then someone rings the doorbell and she opens the door. She sees this princess girl there, and her name is Hermia, and she's a princess from Galactrocene or something. I don't know. I was 11 when I chose that. Dude, how was I 11 years old? This feels like yesterday. Anyway, she meets this princess and she really dislikes her at first. And the princess ends up having to like stay at her house and she doesn't like that. And eventually they end up becoming friends pretty quickly. Everleigh and Sabrina and Brenna are becoming closer friends, and it's kind of making Reese kind of annoyed. Also, Reese starts doing horse riding since she can't do gymnastics because she didn't make it in. All of them become friends at some point. Don't really know how. Reese, Sabrina, and Brenna, and Everleigh, and Hermia, they all plan a play date. And they're all not a play date, they're not 5, a hangout. So they all hang out, and then Everleigh doesn't show up, and they're really confused because Everleigh always is on time for things, and you actually never find out why she wasn't there until the second book, which is out of Everleigh's point of view. They think she just decided not to come, and they text her, they call her, she doesn't answer, they're really worried about her. Then when Reese is at horse riding, she sees Everleigh there. She didn't know Everleigh went to horse riding as well. And then, it's kind of like that scene in The Babysitter's Club when Christy, almost gets hit by the car, and then Stacy's, staring at her, and she's like... I'll just put the scene here.
wasn't in New York after all.
That scene, that's what it's like. I really hope I was able to find the scene. That's what it's meant to be like. It's meant to be like, oh, this is like big misunderstanding. Like, why are you here and you didn't tell me? Like betrayal, but not really betrayal. I don't even know. Eventually, in the end, they all become friends and all that. Apparently, Hermia is Reese's sister, which like, I don't know why the mom didn't say anything, which that's a giant plot hole I should have fixed. But that's essentially that book. That was a lot of lore and a lot of behind the scenes talking, and I just literally told you the entire plot of the book. So I hope you enjoyed that. Also, the book, I never told you the name. It's called Reese's Ride. Reese's Ride. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this series still. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.